There are campers who got spooked by an unknown entity in the woods, however.
You see that? Right there. Look, 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 look,
Oh
look.
my god. That's not an animal.
Let's start with the story of the camper who became a victim of a violent attack.
Because she was just waking up. She had glass in her eyes. When I talked to her, she was still pulling glass out of her ears.
On February 22nd, 2024, Carol, a YouTuber known for her channel, Glorious Life on Wheels, shared a heartfelt encounter involving a female nomad during her solo camping trip in Quartzsite, Arizona. The incident occurred around 1 or 2 a.m. while the camper was in a deep sleep, taking a well-deserved break from a busy day of activities.
On the morning of Tuesday, February 20th, she was asleep in her car. And all of a sudden, her dog started just going wild, barking. And around the same time, she heard an OTV, like a ATV, like one of those dune buggy type of off-road vehicles, pulling up into her campground and up to alongside of her vehicle. Now, she wasn't sure exactly, because it happened so fast. She wasn't sure whether it was her dogs that woke her up, their barking, or whether it was her hearing the ATV driving up that woke her. But anyhow, she was in a deep sleep, so she was kind of groggy, and she's starting to wake up, and you know how when you're waking up, you're just kind of trying to get your bearings. And all of a sudden, now she's lying down, and it's just, kind of, I don't know if she was just raised up a little bit, trying to wake up to see what's going on.
She was jolted awake by unsettling sounds, but being deep in her sleep, she couldn't quite grasp what was causing the disturbance. It was then that what had started as a brief escape from reality escalated into something truly horrifying.
All of a sudden, there's this thunderous sound above her head, and she is just showered with glass everywhere. She told me she had glass in her hair, glass in her mouth, because she was just waking up. She had glass in her eyes. When I talked to her, she was still pulling glass out of her ears. She said there were so many small slivers that when she'd run her hands along her body, she could feel them, but she had a hard time getting them out. You can get a better idea from these pictures how much glass was on her pillow and also on the side and throughout her car. If you look, you can see there's not that much glass at the top of the pillow. The reason for that is because most of the glass that came down that would have come onto the top of the pillow actually came down and shattered, falling onto her face and her shoulders. She shared with me, however, that she was so shaken up when the police came out that she didn't realize that she was bleeding all up and down either one or both of her legs. She had glass everywhere on at least one of her legs. And the person who contacted me to tell me about this episode said that she tried to help. I'm going to call the victim T. She tried to help T, and she administered alcohol and was actually pulling the glass out of her legs because she was bleeding so badly. But again, like I said, she was so traumatized, she didn't even realize how seriously she was injured and that she had cuts up and down her legs.
It's unfortunate how what started as a fun-filled adventure ended in such a drastic turn of events. The police were called, and upon their arrival, they conducted an investigation and attempted to apprehend the culprits. Unfortunately, their efforts did not yield any results. However, the victim eventually received medical attention, and I'm glad to say she is doing well now. What's even more disturbing is that before this woman was attacked, another female camper was approached by the alleged culprits shortly before the incident. Fortunately, she was vigilant enough to avoid any trouble. This serves as a stark reminder to always be aware of your surroundings, whether in a remote location or a busy area. Who knows? The victim, in this case, might have escaped this horrifying ordeal if she had been as cautious as the other camper. Then let's move on to a more terrifying one. This chilling footage was uploaded to the channel Stingage on June 19, 2008, to gather public opinion on what was captured on camera in Emerson County. This area has been known for sightings of strange, shadowy figures since 1957, as reported by some residents. In August 1997, about 2 miles from where the first sightings originated, a local game hunter discovered an old video camera. What he found on the tape was nothing short of mysterious, leaving him and everyone who viewed it questioning what they watched.
Do you see that? Over there, look, over there. Do you see that?
What the hell?
Hey, wait. Because that was it again, right there. Wait.
I don't like this.
You see that? Right there. Look.
Oh my god. That's not an animal. I don't like it.
Okay, fuck. Go. Fuck.
Two explorers, enjoying their adventure in the woods, stumbled upon something that locals referred to as a shadowy creature. Just as they prepared for a proper look, the creature attacked them, and the footage suddenly cut off. To this day, the fate of those explorers remains a mystery, with no one knowing if they survived the encounter. The hunter who discovered the camera reported it to the police, but the events that transpired in that forest have never been unraveled. What do you think they encountered? Was it a shadow person as suggested, or something far more sinister? Share your theories in the comments below as we explore more disturbing encounters. The next clip comes from the YouTube channel Trip Sense, where the host shares his outdoor adventures, often camping in the jungle. However, on March 29th, 2024, he set out on another camping trip, this time in the woods with a friend. Little did they know, this trip was about to take an unexpected turn.
वहाँ पे कुछ दिख रहा है क्या आपको?
हाँ?
वहाँ पे वो देखो तो।
कहाँ पे?
वहाँ पे वो सामने पे वो देखो चमक रहा है हल्का। उधर कुछ ले गया वो। कुछ था वहाँ पे सही में। कुछ ना कुछ तो था। खड़े होके देखो एक बार।
यार दिख तो कुछ नहीं रहा है।
सही में था वहाँ पे कुछ ना कुछ तो था। वो जैसे मैंने टॉर्च मारा ना उसने मतलब पूंछ कर दी। चलो
आवाज सुन रहे हो आप?
Just as they began to eat their food before settling in for the night, strange sounds stirred from the woods. They tried to investigate the source of the noise, but found nothing. Despite their growing panic, they decided to brush it off and headed into their tent, finally resolving to call it a day and rest. Little did they know, the forest had other plans for them.
भाई यहाँ पे ना अभी तो बाहर कैंप फायर है, वो आग जल रही है तो लकड़ियों की चटकने की आवाज़ आ रही है और साथ के साथ ना एक अलग ही आवाज़ आ रही है। जैसे लेपर्ड करता है ना उसी टाइप की है, लेकिन ये लेपर्ड नहीं है, ये लेपर्ड नहीं है, ये तेंदुआ नहीं है। 12:30 बज चुका है भाई।
They were jolted awake by the same disturbance they had experienced earlier. Something seemed to lurk just outside their tent. Fearing the unknown and concerned for their safety, they decided to seek refuge in their car, hoping it would offer some protection. They spent a restless night inside the vehicle, and when morning finally arrived, they packed up their belongings and left the forest behind. Thankfully, they emerged unscathed and in one piece. This experience served as a powerful reminder to always trust your instincts, for who knows what might have happened had they chosen to stay in the tent instead of the car. Did you find this encounter shocking? Then brace yourself for what you are about to see next. Creepy Outdoors is a YouTube channel that takes viewers deep into the eerie and unsettling side of nature. This channel delves into the mysterious and explores chilling tales and unsettling encounters that occur far from the safety of civilization. On June 4th, 2024, a video was uploaded in which the host goes on his usual camping trip. But this time he is not alone. He is accompanied by his loyal dog. After setting up camp and sitting in silence to enjoy the serenity of nature, the atmosphere begins to shift ominously.
And I'm a little shook up right now because I heard some strange sounds. Stay here, Mika. Stay here. It sounded like some sort of growling. I'm not sure. I wasn't recording. I was just enjoying my night and. Hello? Shh, shh, shh. It's okay. I'm just talking to my dog right now. What the? Mika, stay here. Stay. Come, stay. Stay here, good boy. Good boy, stay, sit down. Hello? What the fuck?
He heard some disturbing sounds and decided to investigate their source. At first, he tried to dismiss the noises as simply a bear passing by, but as he explored further, the unsettling sounds grew louder with each step he took, and the intensity of what he might encounter ahead began to weigh heavily on his mind.
What the? Calm down. There's been a lot of dead trees around. Maybe it's Mika. Oh no. Come on. Mika! Oh no. Mika! Come back. Oh shit. This dog is... Come here. What are you doing? Stay here. What's out there, boy? You all right? Stay. Sit.
The camping spot was incredibly secluded, and his dog was behaving weirdly, almost as if it could see or sense something, which amplified the creepiness of the situation. After feeling disoriented for a while, he finally managed to return to his campsite. Ultimately, he felt fortunate to have captured this eerie encounter on camera, but he also recognized how lucky he was to come out unscathed, especially given his uncertainty about what might have been lurking in the bushes. If you are still watching, that means you like what we do. So you might as well support us by subscribing as we delve into the next encounter. Brian, widely recognized as Dizzy Bear on YouTube, is known for his fun and lighthearted content on his channel, DB Interactive Media. But everything changed on September 6, 2015, when he uploaded a video that left his audience on edge. It all began with a seemingly quiet camping trip in the stunning Arizona wilderness. The first night was serene, however, as the second night descended. An unsettling atmosphere crept into the air, turning his adventure into a chilling tale that captivated and unnerved his viewers.
Weird. Oh, what the hell? Did you see that? Okay. I'm alone in the middle of the forest. I have wandered around all day. I mean, way out in the forest. I've wandered around all day. There's nobody here. I'm the only one. And I keep seeing these flashes off in the distance in the trees. It's really weird. Hang on. Let me see if I can get you guys to see it. It happens about every minute. It's really strange. Let me see if you can see it. Hang on a second. I know it's dark, guys. Okay. I want you to kind of focus between in this. Oh, did you just see that? What the hell is that? Did you hear the elk? Okay, the middle of these trees. Up here. Hang on. This is... Okay, hang on. Oh, my God. Up there. Oh, okay. Hi from Idaho. Okay. Up there in these trees. Oh, did you see that flash? It looked like between the two trees, it keeps flashing once in a while. Really weird, and I'm the only one out here. Hi, Wisconsin. Okay, I'm gonna shut this off. Let's see if you, because it keeps doing it. Let's see if you see it. Did you hear the elk? I have no axe, nothing. Now, did you just see that? Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? No, there is no, look at, I don't know if you can see up there because I got my campfire going here, but got a lot of firewood. I'm gonna, yeah, see, I have this camp.
A mysterious display of flashing lights appeared between the trees, changing colors unpredictably. He live-streamed the event, sparking a wave of speculation among viewers. Some attributed it to natural phenomena, while others sensed something more sinister. Brian watched from a distance, and to this day, what lurked in the woods remains a mystery. Now, to our last encounter. On June 16, 2023, in India, YouTuber The Experiment TV, known for his enthusiasm for conducting crazy science experiments and sharing them with his audience, decided to undertake an experiment that involved camping in a dangerous cyclone. Fortunately, he didn't embark on this adventure alone. He chose to go with his friends. However, the journey took a challenging turn as soon as they arrived at their campsite.
इस गुजरात में रेड अलर्ट जारी किया गया है, यानी कि गुजरात के लोगों को घर से बाहर ना निकलने की चेतावनी दी गई है। ओ भाई, क्योंकि यहाँ पर एक बहुत ही भयानक तूफान आया है और ये इतना खतरनाक तूफान है कि लोगों को उड़ा कर ले जा सकता है, तो कोई घर से बाहर नहीं निकल रहा है। बट गाइज, हम ऐसे भयानक तूफान में कैंपिंग करने वाले हैं और इसकी हवा कितनी तेज है मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ। मेरे हाथ में एक छतरी है, हट जाओ यहाँ से। अब गाइज जैसे ही मैं इसको ऑपोजिट साइड में करूंगा, देख लेना, देख लो कितना ज्यादा यहाँ पर हवा चल रही है। ओ भाई गाइज अभी हम लोग टेंट को छोड़ने वाले हैं। रेडी 1 2 एंड 3 छोड़ दे। ओ गया गाइज, ओ पकड़ लिया उन्होंने, पकड़ लिया भाई, टूट गया, हो गए 2 बंदे उड़ गए। गाइज ये नहीं करना था, टेंट हमारा टूट चुका है। लो लो अंदर लो। गाइज बारिश होने लगी है, टेंट टूट चुका है हमारा, ये एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं करना था हमें। ओ भाई टूट गया। गाइज तेज बारिश हो रही है।
The storm raged with such intensity that it seemed it might tear the tent to shreds. Amid the chaos, they somehow managed to settle in, unaware that this was only the beginning of what awaited them.
गाइस हम पानी को जो भूल चुके थे, वो 2 बंदे पानी लेने गए हैं। बाहर का मैं आपको माहौल दिखाऊं, तगड़ी वाली बारिश हो रही है। गाइस हालात बद से बदतर हो रहे हैं, लगता है हम लोग उड़ जाएंगे, पता नहीं बच पाएंगे या फिर नहीं इस माहौल में। उड़ जाएगा गाइस, सीरियसली अभी हमारे पास अपनी गाड़ी भी नहीं है और यहाँ से अगर निकले तो भाई साहब बाहर देखो क्या बारिश हो रही है भाई। गाइस भयानक माहौल है और इसमें सरवाइव कर पाना बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल है। अभी हवा जो वो काफी ज्यादा बढ़ चुकी है, आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल हो रही है। ओ भाई अभी पीक पर है गाइस, इतनी ज्यादा हवा जो नहीं आ रही थी अभी तक। क्या करें, रात को और भी खतरनाक हो सकता है, खतरनाक हो सकता है, हवाएं और भी बढ़ रही है। हम कोशिश करेंगे इससे बाहर निकल जाए, ध्यान से निकल जाओ फटाफट। गाइस बाहर अभी बहुत ज्यादा हवाएं चल रही है।
Noticing that the storm showed no signs of letting up and acknowledging the potential danger it posed, they decided to pack their belongings and leave the campsite. Fortunately, they all managed to leave without any injuries. If you enjoy videos like this, please like, subscribe, and share.